What is up, everybody? My name is Frank. I'm one of the trainers with Blackbeard Canine Solutions located in Rochester, New York, and today we are going over the most important piece of all dog training, and that is utilizing our marker words to get the point across to our dog that the expectations were met, not met, a correction is coming, or you're on the right path. So let's explore what those 4 words are for me. And then afterwards, I'm going to go over my 3 conditional training words that I go over with every training session with every single dog. So when we're talking about marker words, there are 4 main things we need to hit. We need a terminal positive marker, a durational positive marker, a durational incorrect marker, and a terminal negative marker. So if we take all of the big words out of that and we just simplify it down, for me personally, I utilize 4, and it's going to be yes or chip. Those 2 things, a vocalization that lets the dog know that yes, you did everything correctly, my expectations are met, and now we can move forward into what the next piece is. My secondary one, so my secondary positive marker is going to be my durational marker. Now, most people will use good for this. I do use good occasionally, but the main one that I use is super. Super. If I can sing a song to the dog, I can get the point across in a way that makes it fun for the dog throughout the training. My third one is going to be my incorrect durational marker, meaning you're on the right path, you're getting to where I need you to be, but in that instance, what you gave me, the behavior you're offering, is incorrect. So what I utilize with that is ah. If I use ah, my dogs know, oh, I need to fix something because I'm not quite achieving what is being asked of me. When we're teaching new behaviors, it is huge, it is imperative that the dog has clear communication to understand which step is going to get them to the reward. Dogs are transactional creatures. They must be a part of a transaction to be motivated to work and learn new things. Very similar to humans. You're not going to go to work and you're not going to work for free for months on end without a paycheck. You need to make sure that you're paying your dog. And sometimes just utilizing these simple words will be what gets you across the finish line. Now, the last word is one that I use that's a little bit different than everybody else. You can chop that up to training with a bunch of Germans for the amount of time that I have. Place. Super. Good boy. Place. Right there. We can see. Nope, that's not quite what I was asking you, and I just need you to go back to what you were doing. To me, that's not big enough for a huge correction or for me to throw a stink over. Very simply, get back on the place, and we continue with what we need to do. Back to what we were talking about. My terminal negative marker for what I use is Pfui. If I say Pfui, this typically means a correction is coming, you did something wrong that could eventually get you into a predicament that could get you harmed, injured, or possibly killed. When we're talking about dogs, if they break a downstay, in the real world application, they could then run out into the middle of a road. They could then be a part of a situation that you're trying to set them to get out of. So the more clear we can be utilizing those words will get us where we need to be in the long run. Another piece that is huge that I incorporate to all of my training are my 3 conditional words. So before I start any training session, I always look at the dog, I get them amped up, and I say, are you ready? Are we ready to go to work? When I say that, typically I start to see an explosion of power, an explosion of want to get out on the field. That marks the fact that, hey, we're here, we're ready to start working, and that's what I want you to do. While we're also in this, if I am going to be finishing, we're done training. Place. Super. Platz. Good boy. If we're done training, what I'll utilize is enough. As soon as I say it in that form, typically after 10, 20, 30 sessions, the dog will drop the reward toy, will stop engaging, and know, okay, we're done. The training session's over, and we can just relax. If we're utilizing multiple pieces of training, what I'll do is I will use the word again. So if the dog is really trying, but I know that they can do it better, I will still reward the behavior, but I'll follow it up with again in a very monotone term. This is something that as things progress and as you start to build your relationship with your dog, if you utilize these things over and over again, it gets you where you need to be. If I say again to my dogs, they know, well, it wasn't done perfectly, but we're going to move again forward and try it. Once they give me their all, and I know that they tried their absolute hardest, we jackpot reward, we move forward, and we continue on with whatever the next step is. This is just a brief introduction into what marker words are for me and my training programs and what I offer my clients. And this is what we use to make sure that communication is laid out perfectly from the start to the end. Thank you so much.